2022 is now ending, people. And I want to say thank you to all of you who supported me by watching my videos, liking them, sharing them, commenting, subscribing to my channel, buying meditations and magnet oils from me, booking virtual meetings with me through my website, sending me encouraging words, leaving kind reviews in my Etsy, sharing your own personal success stories with me. It's been a magical year. It didn't start off like one, but it certainly ended like one. Even during the summer, I would have never thought that my channel would grow this big and gain so many new followers, and that I could quit 2 of my 3 jobs and focus more on creating content and meditations. This channel started as a self-help tool for me. I started it right after my divorce, and I felt really lost in the first year. I kept falling into depression, was contemplating suicide many times, and I actually made peace with just completely quitting life. I was ready to go a couple of times, but then something just told me to keep going, just out of curiosity, just to see if things can be different, just to see if I can actually have the power to change my reality. I kind of had this I've got nothing more to lose attitude. Like, let's see if I can actually flip things around and make things better. Because what if I can? And if not, then I just leave, I'm not saying I'm not depressed anymore. I just think it's a condition I will take with me to the end, but I definitely got a better grip on it this past year. I feel like even when I fall into depression, I can be in control and watch myself from outside, going through it and coming out of it. I've managed to shorten the length of each of my depressive episodes to a couple of hours instead of months, which also means that they are more intense and the emotional pain is paired often with physical pain too, which was a strange new experience for me, at least the intensity of the pain. But knowing that I have a better control over all of this and my emotional and mental state certainly gives me confidence. And when I said this channel started as a self-help tool for me, I mean it gave me a purpose during my weeks. It gave me the task of having to record, edit and publish 2 videos a week, which kept me busy, obviously, and it also helped me shift my focus from feeling sorry for myself, at least for some hours every week, and it gave me a nice feeling every time I accomplished my weekly goals. It kept me alive, basically. And now, 2 years later, it gives me confidence that even though I'm a lazy person who understands the importance of and values consistency, I've never been consistent with anything, ever. Consistency, patience, and self-control are the things that I really struggle with. They don't come easy to me. So now, looking back and being able to say that, hey, I've been doing this for 2 years now, never missing a week, not even when depressed, it makes me feel good about myself. It also served as a platform where I could document this whole progress of mine about reinventing myself and my whole life, becoming a better version of me, and just figuring things out. Learning more about manifesting and relationships and just generally being kinder and attracting abundance, which in all honesty I always sucked at prior to this journey. I thought that if I documented all this, I can one day look back and see the progress, or maybe even inspire others going through the same. I also learned that I'm not the only one who likes listening to Dr. Joe Dispenza but can't listen to his meditations. Apparently it's a thing, there are hundreds or thousands of us out there. It doesn't take away from his excellence, it's just an interesting fact. And I also decided this year that I would go to one of his retreats, but then I realized I couldn't afford it. And by the time I was able to find a way to finance it, it was already too late because the tickets were sold out. But a couple of weeks ago, I got an email about his weekend workshop in Warsaw next year, February. And this time I could afford it, and I got myself a ticket. I'm super excited. And I also went to my first Abraham Hicks weekend workshop in Amsterdam earlier this year in May, and it was amazing, truly amazing. And I already booked my spot for the one next year in May. Stay tuned because I will bring you everything I learned, see and hear there, both at the Dispenza and the Hicks workshop. I also decided to challenge myself in many ways this year. For example, I took up jobs that were completely out of my comfort zone. I'm going to make a video on that next year. I proved to myself that I'm not lazy at all. I can work 3 jobs and 7 days a week and still publish 2 videos on YouTube every week. And all this just, gave me confidence to see myself working that hard. And I also took my first long-haul flight this year, even though I always said I would never fly out of Europe because I can do maximum 2.5 hours of being terrified. And yet I flew to the US. I conquered my fear of flying, and I did surprisingly well. I'm actually ashamed to admit that I kind of enjoyed it both ways. And these challenges, just putting myself so out of my comfort zone and forcing myself to face my fears and proving to myself that I can do things I never thought I could. And I'm not lazy. It just gave me so much more confidence in myself. My friend actually suggested that the next step should be us going swimming with the sharks and jumping out of planes with a parachute on, but I don't need that kind of excitement in my life, really. And now I feel like nothing can stop me, anymore. I'm going to travel a lot next year, and I will keep you guys posted. Hopefully I can keep inspiring some people with my real life stories of failure and success and struggles and achievements. I would definitely want to share everything I will learn and realize along the way. I will want to create even better meditations and more custom-made guided meditations. And I was thinking of even online courses, just to help as many of us as possible to achieve our dreams and desires, small or big. I also recently started to offer the possibility to book virtual meetings with me. And I had a couple of those recently, and it was just so good, I really enjoyed them. I really enjoyed connecting to people on a more personal level, like one-on-one. And it was lovely to hear that the people who called me really got something out of it, out of the 1-hour conversation. I'm also happy to share with you that after 14 years, I finally got my diploma. Because I completed the course back home in Budapest in 2008, but I never qualified to get the diploma itself, because back in the days, for the course I took, you needed to complete 2 advanced level or intermediate professional or business language exams in order to receive the paper, the degree. And I only had 1 advanced professional level in English and an intermediate level in German, and that wasn't sufficient. So I had to walk away without a paper, but during COVID, the law changed, and I knew this time would come. I just didn't expect it to take this long. And now basically I qualify, and I was eligible to ask for my diploma, and it was just sent to me by post. And I'm kind of happy, because even though I never needed it, and I will probably never need it either, but again, it just brought some more confidence to me, like now I have a paper, proving that I went to school, and I'm now an international relations expert, according to the paper, but I'm really not. Let me just quickly show it to you. It's in Hungarian and English. I'm also hoping to get my Swedish citizenship early next year, fingers crossed, and at least 10,000 subscribers. You can actually help me with the latter. Click subscribe if you haven't done it yet. And you can also click on the bell sign so you will get notified about my videos and my meditations. And those who join me in my Facebook group will continue to see more private and more personal posts, photos, videos of my daily life, get to ask questions, and will continue to receive special discounts in my webshop. Now you can also book a private virtual meeting with me, as I previously mentioned. You just go to my website or my Etsy, and then you find it there. And you can also support me with this new YouTube thing called Super Thanks, which probably not many of us know about, but it's basically right under the video. You see a little heart with a $sign in it, and you just click on it, you select an amount, and then you just click buy and send. This video wasn't meant to teach you anything new or help you with your meditations or manifesting. I'm sorry if it disappointed you. It was just a recap for me of this past year, and a way for me to express how grateful I am for everything that happened and how thankful I am for all of your support. And maybe you could also get to know me better through this video. What are you grateful for this year? Leave a comment, I would love to read from you. You can also just simply reach out to me in the comment section with any questions, suggestions for future videos, or whatever you want. Hope to keep in touch. Take care of yourself. Have a fun New Year's Eve with your family, friends, strangers, or even alone. And see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.